trying to get back to the office, and there's a fucking tractor trailer bullshit in front of this guy, making us go like 5 miles an hour. What kind of fucking shit is this? Only my luck. Only me. Now hit my mirror. What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Rob, the Video Game Hoarder here, and you are there. And what we are doing today is my Sega Dreamcast collection as of the beginning of 2019. Although it's February already, but I wanted to do this earlier, but didn't get to do it. And this is 3 o'clock in the morning because I couldn't do a video, which I apologize for earlier, because I want to do them Mondays at 7 p.m. But my daughter's off this week of school, so doing daddy-daughter things, so that was more important than video. Sorry. Sorry, guys, but I didn't really have any pickups this week. I had a couple small ones, but I'll just put them with next week. So I figure I'll do one of these collection videos again. And Dreamcast is one of them that I want to do. Probably one of my favorite systems. Probably number 3 behind PlayStation 1 and Super Nintendo. Really a lot of great games, a lot of great fighting games, and a lot of great RPGs on the system. And I really wish it had a better fate, basically. I mean, it was such a great system. It had online, which wasn't that big at the time. I think PS2 tried to do a little bit of something, but it was only like a couple of games. But Dreamcast was kind of really the first one that really got into it. And I mean, so many great titles on that system. Unfortunately, Sega really screwed up with the Saturn, and I don't think anybody really believed in Sega after that. So Dreamcast kind of didn't do too well, and that was it for Sega. So now they're publishing games for Nintendo, their main competition, and other systems as well. So, but let me go through my Sega Dreamcast collection. This is one of those that I kind of thought maybe I should go for a full run because I do enjoy it a lot, but I don't know. I don't think I can go for a full run of anything. I mean, I tried the PS1 and I was up to like 800 and something, and it was just, it got out of hand, and it was just, you just pick up so many games and you forget even what you have anymore. You make lists, but it's just so hard to keep up, and just, it was a mess. So Dreamcast doesn't have as many titles as PS1, obviously, but still, I don't know. Maybe one day when I kind of get my whole collection kind of in order. But let me go through it. Here we go. Got a couple sealed ones. I'll go through some of the cheaper ones, I guess, first. Demolition Racer. I've obviously never played this one. It's sealed. Kind of looks like Demolition Derby, which was a really fun game back in the day. So that would actually be a pretty cool game to try out. Sega Bass Fishing. I heard some of these fishing games are pretty good. Not really into fishing, so I would never play it. What's this one? Yeah, that is sealed. Alright, I'll show you this really weird one. The game isn't weird, but Space Channel 5, which is one of those dancing games, but the weird thing about it is there's a signature on the back. I don't know who that signature is. It could just be some random guy that signed it, or it could be somebody that was involved in the game. There's nothing inside that tells me, like, oh yeah, I forgot. The inside cover is signed too, so, and it looks like pretty much the same signature. So, if anybody has any idea, maybe let me know. But I have no clue who signed that, what the deal is with that. No idea. So, everyone's favorite Sega web browser. um, there's a couple different versions, and there's actually a rare one. I don't remember why it's rare, but there's a couple different versions to web browser. I guess they updated it depending on what was going on. But wired by AT&T WorldNet service. I don't think that's even around anymore. Planet Web. Yeah, okay. So that's just whatever. Let's go through some of these titles. There, I got a doubles of web browser if anybody wants it. Let's see. Go through. Okay. This is kind of popular, I guess, right now because of the Resident Evil 2 that came out. But Resident Evil Code Veronica, which I've never played. The first Resident Evil I can't really say it's the first one I played like through and played total was Resident Evil 5. I think I played 1 and maybe 2 like an hour or 2 and just never got back to it. I don't like the way the controls. I don't like the way the save system is. I don't like the just very limited ammo. Like it's just I'm not a fan of that. So I thought I had the second one. Maybe I don't. No, I think it's a game I've always been looking for. Yeah. Power Stone. And apparently I don't have the second one. I thought I might have picked it up, but I guess I didn't. And that's the title I'm really looking for. This is one of my favorite fighting game series of all time. It's basically a 4-player just mishmash fight system where it's kind of overhead and you can pretty much pick up anything in the environment and throw it at the guys. So like it says, grab anything. Really awesome series. They came out with the second one. I don't know why this just popped open like that, but yeah, so they came out with the second one, which apparently I don't have. Really awesome series. I think they came out with one in a PSP. I think I have that somewhere. But they never released one again for like a major, at-home series, which sucks. I would really want them to start or come out, continue a series. It was really a fun series. Fantasy Star Online. This is one of the big games, I think, back then with their online service. I never played it. So it was a role-playing game, but an online role-playing game. I think you could play with other people and other stuff. Up to 1,000 players simultaneously. So that's pretty ambitious for a system that just got internet, pretty much. And the internet back then was not fast. So here we go. Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. I've never played this game. I heard it's a great game, one of the best probably in the series, so I should really try this out one of these days, but so many games in the backlog, I don't know if I ever will. I mean, I will probably eventually, but just who knows when. Marvel vs. Capcom. What can you say about these? I mean, these Marvel versus, Capcom, or X-Men versus Marvel, or Street Fighter versus X-Men, and just all those different games. They're so much fun. I love the style of the Capcom fighting games. I'm so much more of a fan of those than Mortal Kombat style. I don't like the stiff way they move. I think the Capcom series, the guys just move a lot smoother. So I'm more into that than like Mortal Kombat. Tekken's a pretty cool series too. Soul Calibur was one of my favorites too. Sword of the Berserk, or Berserk, Guts Rage. I think this is an anime, and I think they just came out with one on the PS4, which I really wanted to pick up, but I never got to. But I heard this is a pretty good game. Never played it. I think it's like a $30 game or something like that. This is another game I never played. It's a fighting game. Plasma Sword. It looks it's a Capcom game, so it looks I should actually give this a go. So like I was just saying with the fighting games, Capcom fighting games, I enjoy how the characters move, so it'd be a good one to try out. King of the Fighters Evolution. I'm a big fighting. Well, I am a fighting fan, but not that great at fighting games, except probably Street Fighter. So, but the King of Fighters series is always a fun series to try. Street Fighter 3, Third Strike. I remember Street Fighter was we waited forever for Street Fighter 3 to come out because they kept releasing Street Fighter 2, like all these different editions: Championship Edition, Arcade Edition, Special Edition, yada yada yada. They finally released Street Fighter 3. Everyone went crazy, and then they played it and they were like, it's not that great, but I think it gets a lot more play now than it did when it first came out. I think it's a pretty good fun game. Some of the characters are a little weird, but I think it was cool that they added some different characters to the series. And some of them worked, some of them didn't. But Street Fighter 3 Double Impact. This includes New Generation and Second Impact from the arcades. So you get both in one. I was just kind of talked about Street Fighter 3, so I'm not going to talk about it again. Resident Evil Code Veronica again. That's a double, so if anybody needs it. Worms Armageddon. I've played the Worms games. I've never played this one. I'm assuming it's probably the same type. This is a game I've never played, which is surprising since I'm into RPGs, and this was like one of their big titles back then. Shenmue. So, and they released a new one for a oh my god, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, I can't think. A remastered version recently, but I've never played either, so cool game, I guess. Double, so if anybody needs one. Bomberman Online. I like these type of Bombermans. The overhead battle ones. They made like a kind of like a Mario-esque type adventure game with 1 or 2 of them, and they were just terrible. But these old school ones, where you're kind of fighting against 4 people at the same time, I think, are really fun. So this is a really cool game. This is a game I always wanted for the system. I never got it until recently. I think this is an RPG. Yeah, it is an RPG. Time Stalkers, which is actually a pretty cheap game. I think it's only like a $15-20 game, but seems like a cool game to play. Never played it yet, so. This was another one of my favorites back in the day on the Dreamcast. This whole series, the Jet Grind Radio series. I think there's Jet Set Radio or something, Jet Grind. You're basically like a skating punk group or something that run around and tag different things, and there's like cops and security people coming after you while you're doing it, but you gotta tag certain parts of the city before they get you. So really fun game. I would definitely suggest this as one of the games to play on that system. Sonic Adventure. I think the Dreamcast is probably the last Sega Sonic series that actually was good. Most of the ones recently have been pretty terrible. But I know the Sonic Saturn ones were really good, and or some of them anyway. And I'm pretty sure the Adventure series is pretty good too. Probably one of my favorite games that came out on Dreamcast. Grandia 2. Awesome. awesome series. The first two are terrific. This is probably in my top 10 games of all time. Is it this one or the first one? And I'd have to look at it real quick. But they're probably both in my top 20. I would have to figure out which one I enjoyed more by checking out kind of a video on them. Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm really losing it. But definitely, if you're into RPGs, definitely try the Grandia series, especially the first two. After that, they get kind of wacky and whatever. Skies of Arcadia, that's another really interesting RPG. You're fighting pirates and you fight in these like pirate ships, floating pirate ships. It's really cool series. I think there's one on the GameCube or something too, but definitely a cool game to play. The sealed ones that I have that are probably worth a little bit more. Virtual On, our Torio Tangram. Funny thing is, I was just playing Corey, Corey Xavier, probably this exact game at the Long Island Retro Show last year, and he was kicking my ass. I think I won like 1 or 2 fights out of like 20. He was really beating me down, but very fun series. If you're into like mech and robots and fighting together, awesome. Definitely try that. And then this is one I got semi-recently, Giga Wing, that's sealed as well. This is pretty pricey game. It's a shooter, which I'm not really into, but it's a pretty pricey and expensive game, and it's sealed, so I took it for my collection. I don't know what happened to. Let me hold on one sec, because this is just not. I guess when I was selling off my collection, or part of my collection, I got rid of these, but I had the common ones like NFL 2K, NBA 2K, and even Crazy Taxi. I don't see that anymore, and Mortal Kombat, but I mean, those are all pretty easy to find and pretty cheap, so but that's my Dreamcast collection, what I have left anyway. Most of those are pretty cool titles, I think. And again, I'm doing these collection videos to see where I'm at in the beginning of 2019, and I kind of want to see what I end up with at the end. See if they grew, see if they shrunk, if I'm changing philosophies on any of these, like I want to get rid of the whole thing, or if I want to keep going and collecting for that certain brand and certain collection. So that's pretty much it for now. I'm going to have another, probably pick a video next Monday, hopefully at the right time. This should be going up sometime Tuesday this week. And that's it. So like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Hit the notification bell so you know when the next video is up. And because, you know, I don't do them on time anyway. So, Rob is out.